Here at the MRC MBU, researchers are looking at mitochondria, which are most commonly known as the powerhouse of the cell. If there are mutations that can cause different genetic diseases.
Any mitochondrial condition will have a huge effect on any energy-hungry parts of your body, so vital organs like your brain and heart, your muscles.
A lot of the research is trying to understand the basics of mitochondrial biology. If we can understand how mitochondria function, then hopefully we can understand what happens when they go wrong, with the aim of developing therapeutics to overcome these deficiencies.
When I came into the work experience, I was sort of expecting to understand how the life of a scientist is, what the day-to-day work that they do is like.
So I'm about 70% of the way through now that I'm characterising the DNA status of these cells that I manipulated.
The major shock for me was how much problem solving is involved.
Science in school is quite textbook based. In the MBU is different.
I learnt so much by just being surrounded by people that were obviously passionate about it. I didn't think I'd actually get so involved with doing experiments, which was definitely nice.
You don't typically know the results, so it's a less structured environment. You need to prepare well, you need to plan well, you need to execute well, you need to come up with novel ideas.
It's not all pipetting chemicals into tiny test tubes. There's a lot of work that you have to do apart from that, but there are lots of experiments.
We've got an enormous range of resources. The equipment here and the facilities here are the best I've ever worked in. The experience and knowledge of our supervisors helps us to design experiments and, when they don't work, to change them in a way so that eventually we will get some useful data.
When the guys came to do their work experience, I was hoping that they'd be excited and overwhelmed at the facilities that we have here. So I'd really hope that they would benefit from the experience of being in the lab and enjoy it. That was the big thing.
When I came here, I didn't know what to expect because I've never been in a working lab like this before, but everyone who I met was really friendly and welcoming.
They were all really, really nice and definitely accepting, considering that we were coming in on their actual day-to-day work lives.
As you settle in, you realise that we are one big family. Everybody's here to help. There's fantastic support networks.
They were really helpful in explaining the concepts to us, and they were giving their time.
What we need to do is we need to prepare the DNA samples. We need to mix them with water and with loading buffers so we can visualize them on the gel later.
You just feel very supported in this environment. You can just go and talk to someone and they'll help.
You don't need to be from any specific background. You can come from state school or private school. There's a massive diversity here.
The background of people that work here is varied, so different nationalities and also different areas of expertise. So you haven't got to be a maths genius, but it does help if you have a good understanding. Preferably A-level maths would be fantastic, and that sort of level will help you no end during your scientific career.
Working in a lab like this, I can only imagine it would be really rewarding because you know that all the work you're doing is going to help other people and push back the frontiers of science, and you're actually making a difference, and that's something that you might not get with other jobs.
That moment that the experiment works and you're the first person in history to understand a particular process, or the first person in history to see what a protein looks like, it's a phenomenal feeling. It's the best feeling ever.